Welcome everybody to Extreme Power No Handling, and today we're dealing with the 2018 Dodge Durango SRT. Now this has 975 horsepower, 853 pounds-feet of torque from a 7.2 litre twin turbocharged V8 engine, and the car itself weighs 5,554 pounds. It's got all-wheel drive and it can do 0 to 60 in 3.016 seconds, 0 to 106.518 seconds, and it will go onto a top speed of 221 miles an hour. So yeah, another SUV on this series. SUVs haven't been quite as successful as previous series on previous Forza games, with only the likes of the Cayenne Turbo really doing all that well. So I'm hoping this car will do pretty well, but it does have plenty going against it. It does weigh a fair bit, and the car in stock form did have quite a tendency to go into snap oversteer, which, you know, isn't all that great even when you're only dealing with less than 500 horsepower, never mind nearly 1,000. So yeah, I imagine that oversteer is going to be even more problematic with all that power and the fact that we're dealing with the rain and puddles. But hopefully the all-wheel drive will help in other areas, and obviously does have a fair bit of decent acceleration to go on the straights. So yeah, this could go either way, but I'd be surprised if it would do worse than that Ram Power Wagon that we had in the previous episode, because that was third from bottom. So yeah, let's get out there and see what this car can do. So yeah, it's got the original engine still. I didn't put the Hellcat engine in it, just purely wanted to see what this original engine can get in terms of power, and it can certainly get plenty. Maybe not quite as much as the Hellcat engine, but never mind. I'd rather see what this car's engine can do on its own, with plenty of upgrades. So yeah, I'm going to have to play it slow in some areas, because obviously I don't want this car oversteering too much, which it more than had a tendency to do when in stock form. I think it's basically because it's based on the Jeep Cherokee, though it has a longer wheelbase and more weight, so yeah, I don't think they really set up the chassis for that kind of, those two kind of additions really. It's holding its own for now. Certainly got better turning than that Ram from the previous episode. And a decent amount of acceleration and speed as well, going onto the straight. He's oversteering into the second last corner. And slightly out of the last corner. But 1 minute 29.018 seconds is a cracking first lap time. Easily beating the Ram straight away, so no worries about doing worse than that vehicle. Can we do better than other SUVs on this series so far? Certainly going to be something that's going to be a challenge. Keep this vehicle in check, we will do alright. Certainly got plenty of speed on the go on that straight there. No trouble whatsoever with the puddles at speed, it just smashes through them due to its large size and weight. Felt a much more controlled lap there, and that proves it by a big improvement at 1 minute 27.149 seconds. Oh dear, grabbed the dirt there. Sending us into a wild spin, nearly. the tail out for a very long time there. So we're likely to improve this lap time. We can learn out the car and see what else it can do in other corners, and maybe we can make improvements on the next lap. Let's not screw up this first corner this time. Be interesting to see how this does against the Trackhawk from Jeep, because obviously that's a more track-orientated vehicle than this is. It's also obviously based on this same platform as this is. That's a really good lap time there at 1 minute 25.574 seconds. Let's see if we can improve further on this final lap. Really surprising by how lacking in understeer this car has. Yeah, it's got some, but there really isn't all as much as you would expect for a car dealing with way more power than it had originally. Well, no improvement that time round, but 1 minute 25.574 is still a solid time. And it does indeed beat the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. Not by much, granted, by just under 0.1 of a second, but it has beaten it nonetheless, as well as the Toyota Hilux Arctic trucks and the Land Cruiser version as well of the Arctic trucks, and the likes of the Mercedes-Benz ML 63 AMG, the Nissan Safari Turbo, Jeep Trailcat and the Volkswagen Touareg, but it doesn't unfortunately be able to come even close to the Porsche Cayenne Turbo, which just kind of shows how far superior that car is in terms of handling and braking and weight in terms of SUVs than this Durango. But that is a solid time there, and it's the second fastest SUV that we've had. Obviously it's some way off the Porsche Cayenne, but despite that, it is still the second fastest that we've had. Don't know why the AI is struggling so much in this screen, but they are. And yeah, beats the Trackhawk, which obviously is a surprise considering that car is obviously more set up for the track than this vehicle, and I think it was even lighter as well. So yeah, big surprise there. But despite the fact that I'm not a massive fan of this Durango, I really can't fault it for that lap time. Really solid, and luckily the snap oversteer wasn't too much of an issue this time round as it was when I drove it originally in stock form. So yeah, clearly I was a little bit more cautious than I was when driving it in its stock form. But nonetheless, that is a solid time, and I look forward to seeing whether or not any other SUVs can beat this, or even the Porsche Cayenne Turbo. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.